So today I'm going to be making some elderberry syrup. Now I don't know if you can hear me very well, so this might be a complete waste of time because I can't find my microphone. I've put it in a safe place and I can't remember where the safe place is. So first of all I'm going to pick a few herbs. So I'm going to get some sage, some bay and some rosemary. So I need to find my elderberries, which are in here somewhere. I saw them the other day. Okay, right. Here's my honey. So when I make this, I do choose, well, I like to get a good quality honey. So this one is actually Tesco. Not the best really. I would have gone for something else, but this will work. I'm trying to see whether it says it's from the European Union or not. It says not for EU. It doesn't say. Dublin? Produced and packaged in the United Kingdom. Produced. But where is the honey actually from? Anyway, that is the honey that I'm using today. You can get better. Then I'm going to use dried elderberries. I have used fresh elderberries in the past. But what you need is Sambucus nigra. Now these are out of date, but it's sealed. So two things: A, I want to use them up. B, they're sealed very tightly, so it's not going to be any problems, I don't think. But I will smell them just to double check. And again, I prefer to get them locally, but Unfortunately, nowadays there's miles and everything, it seems, but these are organic. Then also, as you saw that I just now got from the garden, I've got bay leaves, sage and rosemary. So I better just put these things back. And I might need 2 of those. My husband's got 3, which was exactly what I asked him for. Then you need a big saucepan. So I'm probably going to use my big pressure cooker. So I couldn't easily find my big pressure cooker saucepan. So I'm going to use this container. I'm just going to wash it out in case it's got any dust or anything in it. Make sure there's no bugs on it. That's it. And then open up my elderberries. Elderberries. Now, why am I making this, you might add? Well, this is no sun season. Lovely. No sun season means that our immune system drops and we're more likely to catch colds. So any sunshine that you can get is going to boost your immune system. But vitamin C really helps. So we do have a fair amount of vegetables, probably more vegetables than fruit. Certainly my daughter doesn't have that much fruit, she has more vegetables. But this is very high in vitamin C. Literally, you'll just take 1 or 2 teaspoons. Some people take it once a day, some people take it a few times a week. I like to take it probably 3 times a week, just boosting your immune system, and it tastes very nice. Some people will put it on ice cream because it does really taste very nice. Only thing that I'd say about it is obviously honey you can't give to very young children, but also this high sugar content, natural sugars but still high sugar content, so you need to be careful. Right, so I'm going to use this. That's another sage leaf there. And then the reason for my different herbs is these have got various different properties that are very good for the immune system. And just, you know, I think most of our medicine is through herbs, to be honest. It's just not completely understood, sadly. And it will also improve the flavour. I just realised that my video might be noisy because I've got the washing machine on, which is not great. Right, that's a half cup. So I should have a 1 cup here. Yep, I'm going to use this one. I'm not sure why we need all these sets. Yeah. Something else to get rid of. The round sets. I guess I need the round in case we couldn't find them. Right, let's give this a wash. Right, so I'm going to do 4 cups. No, I'm not. I'm not going to have enough. 1. 2. Okay, I'll use all of it. dull. Then you need to have enough water to cover the berries. And I'm not going to use tap water because of all the toxins in the tap water. Sometimes I think it would be better for me to boil up the water butt water. That was a joke. Although you can do that properly, can't you? Just need to know how. 2, 3. Now let's just see what's going to happen. Get a spoon. Now, because these are dried, there's not going to be so much goodness in them. But what I don't want to do is put too much water in, because if they're fresh, they'd just be sitting on the bottom. I think that's probably enough, you know. Because I want it to be strong, you see. Yes, about right. Right, so I'm going to put those in the sink for the moment. I'm going to put it on a low heat. A very, very low heat. That's about right. And while I think about it, I'll put on my egg for life. Okay, so I'm now going to leave this until that gently simmers to the boil. What you don't want to happen is it's boiling madly. You just want it to gently simmer. You could actually put this in the slow cooker, and then once that has cooked, I would give it a minimum of probably 30-40 minutes. I'm going to strain it with a muslin cloth, and then whilst it's warm, I will add the honey. So I swapped over because this ring is smaller and it was bubbling lots and lots and lots. But you can see how the dried elderberries have soaked up the water. Look, and I'm not going to really end up with that much, but it will be very strong. You can see the herbs. So I'll put the timer on, and also these berries will all be squashed, so there will be a lot of goodness in that. And I put the timer had been on. It's been going for a while. Then I put the timer on for another 20 minutes. So I should think in total it's now been going for about 30 minutes. So I've just taken it off the heat. You can see how lovely and dark the water is. And that's really good. I'm happy with that. And I'm just going to wipe the side. I don't know what all that is. I want to clean the side. So, this is the muslin that I'm going to use, which has got a couple of marks on, but is actually completely clean. And I'm going to use this saucepan. Now the saucepan's clean, but because I want the elderberry syrup to last for as long as possible, I'm going to clean the saucepan again. slowly just press down, and as you press down, more comes out. I don't really want to get all of it stained. Incredibly, this stain does come out. I know some people squeeze this in their saucepan, but I always find this system works well. It will stain your hands. And this muslin cloth is perfect, really. Hope I'm not getting too much washing powder in it. Oops. When it starts, of course, hot, when it starts changing colour, you know you've got most of it out. What I used to do with this, I used to put it in the compost bin, but of course, after we had chickens and we then ended up having rats in the garden, I stopped putting things in the compost bin because the winter time the rats were always in the compost bin. I didn't want to encourage them. Our neighbour said if you get chickens you'll have rats. And I didn't like to think about it, but he was right. So I think most of it, I've got quite a lot. I'm happy. She says trying to get some more out. Ah, it's hot, hot. Oh, it's my washing done. Put that in the line after I do. Cool, it's really hot. I think we're done with that. Wash my hands. Look. There's that tan. It's my new self-tanning lotion. Right, so this is now a liquid. Just the syrup now, and then I'm going to put that back onto the heat. Tiny amount. And we're going to add the honey. What did I do with that cup? What's my egg for lunch? I'm just heating this lightly through and I'm just boiling the kettle to sterilise that. Now this wasn't ideal for elderberry syrup, but this is one that I've used previous year. But I can't get that clean in there, so I can't use that. So I might use a jar, sterilise that. I might have let me see when I have one. I can't think of my little jars anymore. Can you remember where I've put them away? Right, I remembered where I've put them. So boiling water I'd use in seconds, but I'm going to sterilise these at the same time. So the insides are clean, so I put them away clean. The outside's dusty. This is actually from an elderberry syrup that we got in, where did we get it? In Lapland. But we didn't like it. We liked our own. I'd like to go back to Lapland. The problem was, oh my goodness, I felt the effects of no sun. Oh dear. Well, I might move this to here because that's a bit too far away from me. So I'm going to sterilise this first. Trying not to get boiling water over my hands. Please don't do that. I'm wondering if I should have read on the side how many cups it said it was. I don't think it said. Then I could have put it straight in and then there'd have been less waste. Oh well, you live and learn. So I think one jar is going to be about 1 cup. You need to do this when it's warm. Still, sometimes people start putting it in. It's already getting cold. It's not going to work. You know what I've done, don't you? To make that all that fuss about sterilising that, I haven't sterilised this spoon. Nice honey. Very nice honey. So you should just slowly stir it. And you put it up on the side, you'll see whether there's any honey still to be melted. No. So how that's gone, I'm going to put another, and it's very nice. So I'm going to put another jar in. There's still some left in that, but we'll just see how we go. Just on a very, very low heat. Now some recipes add sugar. I don't know why you would want to add sugar when, I don't know. Obviously honey is a natural sugar, but I'm talking about processed sugar, the recipes, which I would never do because sugar lowers your immune system, which is why, like, if you have a cold, you should never, even though you might feel like sitting on the sofa and having a bag of sweets, you shouldn't. So slowly all melting. Bit in there. Yep. Right, let's taste it. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good, it's looking good. It's very nice. I might have dropped some on the floor. That is not very nice. Yeah, I did. A sticky mess. And you can really taste the herbs as well, which is good. I'm pleased with that. Now, where is... Where is... I need like a funnel. Where would I have put that? Sort of thing that I could put in here. No. Anyone know where I'd put it? It's really annoying because I should put it where I'd look for it, and I'd look for it there. Irritating. No, definitely not there. If anyone's got any good ideas as to how on earth to sort out lunch boxes, all ideas welcome. Right, there's hardly any in this, so I'm just going to put the last little bit in. quite a lot there when I scrape that round. Remember, keep it on the slow heat. Don't be tempted to turn the temperature up. And that goes for the whole thing, really. Yeah, it's warmer now, so it's melting quicker. It's a good job I'm turning it off. You don't want to lose the properties by overheating. Yeah, I think we're done. No, just a little bit. It's why important just to double check by bringing it up on the side. Yep. Yay! I just suddenly had a thought. I wonder if it's in the pantry. Now this is a bigger one than what I would normally use. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think this is the one that we use for wine actually. Just put that there for a second. I'm always worried about burning my hands with this. So I'm just going to put the boiling water on this, and then when you're done, I'll pour it in. trying not to burn my hands. Right, so it's going to go there. I'll go there for a minute, don't need that at the moment. Oh bother, lost some. Oh dear. And there's some still left there, so I'm going to leave that there for a minute. I could put some in this. Not going to be particularly easy to use, but which was the lid of that one? That one, wasn't it? I don't like doing this bit. I really don't. I'm gonna get burnt fingers. Oh, like that. Yes, and a burnt arm as well. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit in. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit left. So now I'll leave them to cool. Tiny bit there. So it's cooled down a little bit now. So with the bit that was left, I thought I'd try it. It's very sweet. It is very nice. Oh, I said before I didn't know where it was from. It's English. It says English set honey. Sweet and floral, delicious spread on toast. So if you don't want it quite so sweet, you could go for a slightly different flavour, but that's really nice. So I hope you found that interesting. I hope you'll feel tempted to make some yourself. Extremely good for you for vitamin C. And I shall see you next time.